Welcome to another episode of Comics and Sweet Tea. So awesome to be back with you guys. I hope you had a outstanding week. We've got a lot of news this week from Marvel movies, series, uh, some rumors, some comic book news, some indie news, as always. Welcome back to the show. Uh, Leave your thoughts and comments, guys. The comments help so much with the algorithm. Um, Thanks to all the new subscribers. You guys are just simply awesome. Anyway, we've got a lot of news this week. We'll be jumping into it here in just a few. I'm working on a new book as well, working on Bounty. It's my first venture into sci-fi, which I grew up a Star Wars kid, so this is like Star Wars with my unique spin on it. It's Star Wars meets The Boys with all that implies, with the shock, the humor, and all the above. So, you know, just follow me on Instagram at Jerry Cooley77. That's Jerry with a G for almost daily posts of what's coming from the book. I also, in my shorts, I've been throwing up some of the art for that. I've done a real-time video where I'm actually coloring a full-page spread, so check that out. Yeah, lots going on. Anyway, let's jump right into it. First up, we've got some Agatha news. I don't know about you guys, but I didn't know what to make of this show. I was like, okay, this is kind of a one-off throwaway. It's not going to be anything. It's just going to be a blip on the radar, so to speak. But I love Catherine Hahn. She's incredibly funny. Just an awesome actress, and I loved her in WandaVision. But I didn't know how I was going to feel about the series. But Agatha all along has been absolutely incredible. For something I thought I could give a rat's ass about, I've really come to enjoy this show. And it's picking up steam. Apparently, a lot of other people that are Marvel fans feel the same way I do because, episode 7 just aired this last Wednesday. And from what I'm reading from the news, it got 4.2 million viewers globally in just one day of viewership, which puts it at a full 35% above its premiere numbers. It goes on to say, where for many shows that might be its peak, and it often trails off the longer a season goes. A measure of success in the streaming era is how many people finish a season they start. And when viewership goes up this late in the game, that is an amazing sign. So that's great news, because I would love to see a possible sequel to the story. I'm caring about characters I never thought I would care about. They brought, spoilers, they brought Billy in, which is Wanda's son from WandaVision, and which in the comics, as you know, is magic. And I'm loving this character. I'm loving the development. The beautiful story that they have created with the show is just absolutely amazing. The way they've weaved it in and out through each episode is just incredible. The series creator, can't think of their name right now, but anyway, they were part of WandaVision. The showrunner for this, I think they should absolutely be turned loose to do a Scarlet Witch film because they have their finger on the pulse on this story, and what they're doing with it is it's amazing. I mean, for lack of a better word, right off the cuff, it's just absolutely amazing how they make you care about these characters, you know, and I can't wait to see what they do with it. But talking about WandaVision and all of that, we also know that we've got, it was announced a few months back, Vision Quest, which, I was really interested to see what they would do with that character. But we've had some news here in the last little bit that the showrunner for Picard, which was an incredible show, has taken on Vision Quest. Now, I don't know if it's still going to be titled Vision Quest, but anyway, uh, Paul Bettany will be returning to this incredible character, and we've got a little bit of news from this as well. We've got, let's see, let's jump right into this. Give me just a second, you guys. We also have found out, in addition to Bettany, Avengers Age of Ultron's James Spader set to reprise his Ultron role. It's unclear whether Ultron will be returning as a robot or in human form. Human form. How is that possible? But anyway, there's been no mention of Elizabeth Olsen's potential involvement, but the series will take place after the events of WandaVision as the White Vision or Ghost Vision presumably explores his new purpose in life. Okay, so if we manage to get Tommy back, like we believe we will, at the end of Agatha all along, but who's to say? Maybe we get Wanda herself back. I mean, we've got 2 episodes. It'll be dual episodes on Halloween Eve, and I mean, Marvel is famous for throwing those monkey wrenches in there right at the last minute and just throwing these surprises. We got the admission of Billy or Magic as the character early on. Apparently they were saving something bigger for the end. So it's possible we could see Wanda back. And wouldn't it be great for her to come back, have her own movie? Because I don't know about you guys, but I was not a fan of Doctor Strange 2 Multiverse of Madness. I love Sam Raimi as a director, but they took everything that had been done in WandaVision and just tore it to pieces. There were rumors that they didn't watch the shows, which I think was absolutely idiotic. you know, to go forward with this story, I mean, they basically tore everything down that was done in WandaVision, which was such a beautiful story. And he did his own thing. I love Sam Raimi, but I don't think he ever needs to touch this character ever again. Like I said, I hope we get the showrunner for Agatha on a Wanda Maximoff story, get a Scarlet Witch movie. And if the love continues for these characters, it's very possible because I mean it's such a unique story and it's just beautiful what they're doing with it and making you they're just pulling you into this thing, and it's just absolutely incredible the storytelling that is going on and how they're laying these characters out with such care and developing them and just doing just awesome work with it. And I hope that they continue with this. I would love to see Elizabeth Olsen back in the MCU. It's such a great character, and the Scarlet Witch has so many ties, big tie-ins to X-Men. Uh, I mean, Avengers. You go on and on. She's such a huge part of the MCU as far as the comics, and for them to kill her off so early in the movies is just, it doesn't make any sense, But it's just like the comics. I mean, they kill them off, they bring them back. I'm hoping that we see her return, especially with Doom coming into the forefront. It could be really awesome for her to get that redemption, to be the one that could stop Doom, and bring the MCU back to normal, do away with this multiverse thing, and she could be the key to bringing the mutants into the MCU. I mean, it could be a reverse version of the. It could be a reverse version of House of M, or who knows? We'll see. Time will tell. But anyway, in other news, we've got some other cool stories. Check this one out. I was really intrigued about this one. Vertigo is back. I don't know if you were fans of Vertigo, come out and just set the comic book world on its ear. DC revealed a series of new initiatives and titles during the Jim Lee and Friends panel at New York Comic Con. The biggest announcement was that the Vertigo imprint will return as DC's presence in the creator-owned market. The first title to be published under the new logo is by none other than James Tynion IV, and The Nice House by the Sea, which we've got some art. Let me pull this up. Check this out. Just, this fits. You can tell by the art itself that this is going to be something really special. Can't wait to see what they do with this. I mean, Vertigo, we got Sandman, we got so many titles through Vertigo, and it was just Hellblazer. I mean, the list goes on and on. It's just an incredible thing. I can't wait to see what they do going forward, bringing the imprint back. Does this excite you? I mean, hey, what do you think about this news? What do you think about a possible return of Wanda Maximoff to the MCU? Put your thoughts in the comments. Be a part of the conversation. Let me know your thoughts on any of these topics. I would love to know what you guys think. And I tell you one, this one really kind of caught me off guard. A new rumor going around is that Marvel is actually in talks with Billie Eilish to join the MCU. Who could she be? I mean, will the deal get done? Who knows? I mean, she's one of the most famous stars in the world right now. So, I mean, of course, they would go after her for her brand recognition alone. But I mean, can she act? I mean, she's a wonderful artist, musical artist, but I mean, that doesn't always translate into acting. We've seen a few crossover. Lady Gaga is one of the most recent that's just turned into an amazing actress. I mean, she's had hits and misses. Looking at Joker 2, I mean, I don't think she was given near enough to do, and that was just basically criminal because I think she's really really good. Um, all right, we're just bouncing right on through these stories, guys. Tell me your thoughts. Do you want Billie Eilish to become a part of the MCU? I mean, is it going to happen? Well, time will tell. Um, in indie news, I was looking through Kickstarter as I always do. Just kind of lurking around in there, and I found this little jewel. Really interesting looking. A Haunting on Mars. This is issues number 1 through 4. Um, I went in to the campaign. Uh, Let me get some details for you guys. Uh, let's see. Earth's most dangerous hacker is captured and forced on a suicide mission into a haunted house on Mars. Issue number 4 picks up with Cass seemingly alive on Earth, her mission on Mars complete. A Haunting on Mars is a comic book series that blends horror, science fiction, and social commentary. The series is about a corporate team sent to a dead colony on Mars to uncover secrets that cause their sanity to unravel. Wow. We'll see what that means. Um, Let me see. I'm pretty sure I captured some more details to this. Just give me a second, you guys. Um, where is it? Let me find it. Give me just a second, guys. Oh, okay. So it says for fans of cyberpunk settings and Neuromancer, Blade Runner, Cyberpunk 2077, Snow Crash. If you like in horror, if you like Alex Garland, Shirley Jackson, dark science fiction fans, Black Mirror, Harlan Ellison, Philip K. Dick. You'll like this. It's kind of in the vein of all of those. It was once published by. Uh, anyway, they pulled that. Haunting on Mars found new life on Kickstarter earlier this year, and they jump started the series with a bundle. I'm assuming that meant 1 through 3. So yeah, that's all of that. Okay. Huh. In other news, guys, one of the biggest stories I thought um, is this one right here. Save the best for last. This is from anime superhero Jeph Loeb and Jim Lee reunite for Batman Hush sequel in 2025. This just caught me totally off guard. Was not expecting this. This is one of my all-time favorite books, all-time favorite storylines. I honestly think that as a big follower and lover of Jim Lee for most of my life, I think he done his best work in the first book, in the first sets of books. Excuse me. It was a year-long run. Um, and I think this was some of Jim Lee's absolute best work. Absolutely loved this. What he did with the colored pencils, you guys that remember this book, it was just in the flashbacks was just absolutely gorgeous, and I'd never seen anything like it in comics before. and it just completely blew my socks off. So the announcement that these two guys are back is just, I love this news. Jeph Loeb, such a wonderful creator. I don't know if you guys knew this, but he was basically over Marvel Television at Netflix. He was responsible for the gems that were Punisher, Daredevil, Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, um, and I mean Power Fist. But I mean, you have your thoughts about that, I'm sure. But I liked Power Fist for what it was, and them actually bringing it together to Defenders. I love Jeph Loeb. Um, what he's managed to do through the years with storytelling. He's one of my favorite writers all time. Um, so I'm just absolutely thrilled to get this news that, hey, he's back and he is coming back to one of my favorite stories of all time. So go on to read here. Artist Jim Lee and writer Jeph Loeb have recently confirmed they are returning to the pages of Batman in 2025 to write a sequel to their classic Hush storyline, a year-long saga with multiple plot twists. The original Hush storyline ran from October 2002 to September 2003, which would have been from issues number 608 to 619 in Batman, and is arguably one of the greatest comics in the modern era of superhero comics. It's certainly one of the most high profile Batman stories this century, alongside Grant Morrison's Batman and Son and Scott Snyder's The Court of Owls, which I completely agree with. Both those are incredible stories as well. Um, I dug up a little more on this. Let's see here. Uh, Let me see. I'm looking, guys. I'm looking. My computer's slow. I need a new computer. Give me just a second as this thing pulls up. The classic Hush storyline is notable for kicking off the modern day 2000s and onward on again, off again romance between Batman and Catwoman, along with new interpretations of Batman's Rose Gallery and the introduction of a new villain, Hush. The storyline also teased and would eventually lead to the return of the second Robin, Jason Todd, the Robin that was brutally murdered by the Joker in the classic Death in the Family storyline back in 1988. Though this would be dealt with in the Under the Hood storyline in 2005. There's just, man, Batman lore. I mean, there's so many great Batman stories to pick from, but they're hitting a lot of these. There's no telling as to which of these numerous plot elements will feature into the upcoming Hush 2 storyline, though a return of the Hush character himself seems likely. More than anything, the new storyline offers us a chance to enjoy Jim Lee's artwork again. I couldn't agree more. I can't wait to see what he does with this one and what kind of new element he's going to bring to this one. In the past 20 something years, more of Lee's time has been spent as editor at DC, having been promoted to current president and chief creative officer of DC in 2023. Look for more details on Hush 2 in the weeks ahead. Batman issue number 158 is where Jeph Loeb and Jim Lee will be returning and is set to arrive in March of 2025. So I don't know what you guys think, but I absolutely over the moon about this story. I can't wait for them to bring back Jim Lee and Jeph Loeb. Guys, Lots of news. Lots of news. Leave your thoughts. Are you excited for Jim Lee and Jeph Loeb to be returning? Sometimes it's good to just do a one-off. Sometimes it doesn't work out when they come back to these projects. Do you think this one will? Are you excited for it? Leave your thoughts in the comments. Be a part of the conversation. I can't wait to hear what you guys think about it. On any of these topics, just tell me what you think, guys. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the show. Tell your friends about this show. Don't sit on it. We're trying to grow this thing out, and we can't do that without each and every one of you. Word of mouth is a wonderful thing. If you enjoy the content, be sure and pass it on to somebody so they can enjoy it too. And as always, it's much appreciated. Guys, that's the show. That's all I got for you. Hope you guys have a blessed one.